Hey, welcome back to 3-in-1 on our midweek. Again, here we are going through methods of prayer. As we talked about, every great event in the Bible was preceded by huge amounts of prayer. Just recently in our Bible study, we were reminded that on the night before the Berlin Wall was torn down, there were hundreds, tens of thousands of people in the streets praying with candles. Something that probably was not highlighted by our media because the political emphasis was more important. We're following that in Pete Grigg's book called How to Pray. You can join us on Tuesday nights with that. We hope you're there. For tonight, we're going to talk especially for those who are Protestants about maybe doing a different model in prayer again, which may be a little unusual to some of us, but just because it was an older method or maybe used by another group of people does not diminish the opportunity to use it. And this one works especially if you're down to, like last week we talked about 10 and 30 minutes. Maybe we're down to just a few minutes. This is called Praying the Examen, E-X-A-M-E-N. And the Examen is a simple 4-step way of reflecting and praying through the day. The prayer tool, it outlines how we're going to pray this. I'm going to go through this. And the reason is sometimes we get together as a problem is, what do I pray about? What do I pray about? I just don't know. And the answer is everything that's happened to you today. Or if it's the first thing in the morning, maybe what happened last night or what you are afraid is going to happen to you today. It's an opportunity for you to encounter and make real the events of your life in prayer. Colossians 3:17 says this, "And whatever you do, whether in word or in deed, do it all in the name of the Lord, giving thanks to God the Father through him, Jesus the Christ." All right, a little quick introduction here. This is something that was given credit to Ignatius of Loyola about 1491 to 1556. It's a form of centering prayer. In other words, it kind of gets you focused. It's a foundational tool for spiritual the formation. It sometimes has been even called the examination of consciousness. Now, I know some people are going, "Oh, we don't do consciousness at all." Yes, we do. Yes, we do. It is a reality of life that we do consciousness. And as Loyola taught it and made it popular, then it's helped millions of Christians center themselves on Jesus, and they come to the end of a long and complicated day. The practical way of reviewing the day before you go to sleep affords us an opportunity to become aware of the ways of God's presence has been pursuing us and pulsing through us all day long. You know, we sometimes miss it in the everyday life. It encourages us to start looking for God in everything that we do and trying to figure out how everything we do can be for God. It's been practiced in a lot of ways, but it essentially involves a mix of gratitude, careful review, godly sorrow, forgiveness, and renewing grace. So here we go. There's 4 simple steps, all right? 1, replay. We're good at that in our society. We like to replay everything. Think over the day like a movie replaying in your head. Notice what you are noticing. What did you see in the day? What did you smell in the day? What did you experience? What made you happy? What made you anxious? What made you angry? 2, then rejoice. Folks, let's start celebrating life a little bit. Thank God for those things that were obvious, but also thank him for the non-obvious things, which we sometimes tend to forget. Random acts of kindness, being healthy, all green lights when you were running late, a positive song or a meal. Savor these things, celebrate, give God the glory. 3rd thing, repent. I know it's 2021, but the church needs to teach repent. We need to repent. God expects us to repent. You need to tell God you're sorry when you did things that were not godly. You know, Say you're sorry for the things that come into mind as you review the day, getting involved in gossip, reacting with a tone that was aggressive, sticking around for that dirty joke, sticking around for that joke that made fun of gender or race or whatever it was, ignoring a need, not responding to a nudge when you said, oh, you know what, God, really you want me to do that? I don't think so. Receive God's forgiveness. God doesn't punish you for what you repent for. I don't care what. Clearly. The examine prayer style can take 5 minutes, or it could take 30 minutes. We talked about that in the last couple of times. You may make it fit your timeline and your needs. If you do it once, it will be useful. If you do it every day, it will begin to transform your life. You're going to replay, rejoice, repent, and reboot. The only thing I'll tell you is to be careful. Be careful. Why? Because when you begin praying regular, your relationship with the Lord is going to change dramatically. Your life is going to change. People are going to see it, and you're going to change other people. And those are the people we want you to be part of us, to show us how you do it and be part of our fellowship so we can make disciples of Jesus Christ to change the world. See you here, online at 10, in person at 10 at the Dorsey Church, 9 a.m. at our Wesley Church, 11:15 at the Melville Church, and follow us online at 3-in-1fellowship.org. See you next time.